Hello everyone, I'm gonna give you a little update on my projects. To start, my platformer isn't being worked on anymore for now because I had some problem with the physics engine, and I'm going to ask around websites on the best solution. What I'm working on currently is a library for 2D terrain generation. It's useful for roguelikes, puzzle games, but it can also be used for real-time games. The library can be expanded with new kind of terrain generators, and you can export the resulted terrain in a integer array, so you can use it in any kind of game. So let's see what I've made so far. I've created 3 generators. The cave generator, which creates a cave-like terrain. You can change many parameters. For example, we can change the iterations, so it is a bigger cave with more open spaces. We can change the possibility that a square becomes a floor, so it will be even more open. The possibility that the square becomes a wall, so we can make it more cluttered, and so on. Then we have the BSP dungeon, which generates a dungeon by splitting several rooms into one another. Here is an example. So as you can see, we have a lot of rooms and they are all connected, so it's guaranteed that there is a path for all the rooms. The connection isn't really correct because, as you can see, there are some problems here, but it's good enough for a roguelike, I think. You can change the number of splits, so we can make it have more rooms, even more rooms. You can avoid connecting rooms, so as you can see, this is without any kind of path. You can also use it to carve rooms. If we start with a completely solid world, we can use the generator to simply carve some rooms, and we can also make it avoid creating some rooms, as you can see here. Then if we create connections, it creates a little nice dungeon. This is also useful because the generator is also useful because we can create non-cluttered dungeons by changing the split offset. Let me show you what I mean. See, every room has a distance from one another. We can make them even more distant, and smaller rooms, for example. So as you can see, it is very flexible. Then we have the walker based generator that basically creates dungeons and rooms starting with a path. You can change the number of paths, and you can also select the minimum amount of steps and maximum amount of steps. There is also a death chance, so that every step the walker takes, it has a possibility to die. And also you can tell the walker to create a room on that. So let me show you a quick example. Here it is. All of the paths are connected, not to one another, but all the individual paths can be reached. So we can change the number of walkers. We can have more of them, or we can have a single walker, for example, invincible walker, that takes 3000 steps. We can also change the radius of action. For example, this is a bigger walker. We can also combine and have more walkers. The cool thing about this library is that it is area based, so you can generate a dungeon or a terrain in a single area. These 4 values down here can let you select the area. For example, I'm gonna select 45, 45 and 185 and 100. And if we generate the cave, it is generated only in that area. Let's reset the values. Now I'm gonna show you what the real strength is. By combining various generators, we can achieve really good terrains. For example, we are gonna use a cave generator as the base, maybe a little more floor. Okay, that's almost right. Yeah. Then we are gonna carve a BSP dungeon on top of the cave, having a 50% removals possibility. As you can see, we have a completely connected dungeon on top of a cave. This can create interesting results, and also the engine, I mean the library, is designed so you can get all the tiles in a single room, for example, and also a graph of the rooms, so you can populate the rooms in your games easily. For example, you can add a start and an end position, keys, doors, and they will all be easy to add. Thank you for watching. I will keep you updated.